just be able to stand up. I won't walk anymore. Okay. Not okay. Right, we're going back in ancient history here. Well, ancient history. All history is ancient. I'll tell you something else as well. Tomorrow is a lot further away than yesterday was. We're going back now. When did I write this? 1992. 1992. Now this is called Tomorrow I'll Leave the Past Behind. And although I wrote it 32 years ago, this is the first time I've ever played it. It's just been in the pile. Yeah. It's in E. I don't know if I am, but the song is. I have the microphone up. For some reason this is picking up the guitar. Stop it. 2, 3. I'm so sorry. You cannot imagine how far my motor neuron disease has spread. Oh, come on. You can't feel the floor, you say. Yeah, come on. It's a bit sharp, isn't it? I can't do any more than the tuning. My fingers are no better than me. Come on, just give me a break. 9 years I've had this goddamn disease. Ay, ay, ay. Sick of it all. Tomorrow I'll leave the past behind. Might be a reason why when I was trawling through the lyric part, I lighted on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have seen the answers, I have seen the truth, I have seen the meaning, and it's nothing new. I have seen the bitter, I have seen the sweet, I have seen the mighty humbled in defeat. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have heard the calling, I have heard the wolf, I have heard the scriptures, now offer me some proof. I have heard the prophet, I have heard the lies, I have heard the suburbs screaming with surprise. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. read the picture, I have read the praise, I have read the message hidden from my gaze. I have read the story, I have heard the leaves, I have read the headlines that Subway reads. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have watched the fires, I have watched the fucking hell. Fucking disease! I have seen the answers, I have seen the truth, I have seen the meaning, and it's nothing new. I have seen the bitter, and I have seen the sweet. I have seen the mighty humbled in defeat. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have heard the calling, I have heard the wolf, I have heard the scriptures now offer me some proof. I have heard the prophet, I have heard the lies, I have heard the suburbs screaming with surprise. Tomorrow, oh tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have read the pictures, I have read the praise, I have read the message that was hidden from my gaze. I've read the story and I have read the leaves, I have read the tombstones that nobody sees. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have watched the fires, I have watched the hills, I have watched the widows waiting for the wills. I have watched the watchmen, I have watched the show, I have watched the rule books burning through the snow. Tomorrow, oh tomorrow, Tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have caught the meaning, I have caught the times, I have caught the moment, but it would not shine. I have caught the freedom, I have caught the place, I have caught the order, leaving without grace. Tomorrow, tomorrow, oh, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. I have felt the lightning, I have felt the loss, I have felt the horror turning reason off. I have felt the waiting, I have felt the storm, I have felt the barren trying to be born. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow's never mine. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll leave the past behind. It was damned as easy, it's all your muscle. I apologise for my bad language. There's nothing left of you, you see. You can't feel the strings. And the legs, you have to, there's no muscle left in the legs, it's just bone. So you have to stand, you have to lock the bone in place. Don't be naughty. I'm going to, as ever, I'm going to go straight into make that one sharp. That sounds like a banjo. One, two, three, four, five. This is a song of words written by, hey there mate, well, by this beautiful lady here. Who wrote this as a school homework when she was 9 years old, and it's called Where does the sun go to at night? I'm just not happy with that. You taking the Mickey? Where does the sun go to at night? I need to know if that's alright. Does it sink into the sky's lake? Well, what kind of mysterious shapes would that make? What secrets does the sun hold? I guess I need to wait to be told. Does it turn into a moon? They say if I'm patient, I'll find out soon. Well, the sun, it gives us those glowing skies. It's a clever old moon, it gives us the tides. Where does the sun go to at night? Where does it hide until daylight? Where does the sun go to at night? Where does it lay its head? Is it like me, sleeping tight, with dreams dancing round its bed? Sun go to at night? Where does it shield its eyes? as it holding its hand tight, waiting for time to rise. Where does the sun go to at night? Where does she lay her head? Does she gaze down from above, smiling as we lie in bed? Where does the sun go to at night? Well, a little story here. So I fought this disease for, this is my 10th year with it. If I'm, and it'll be my final year with it. But it's fallen over. The appointment card's been there. But it was 2021, 2021, 27th of August 2021. I was in seeing a doctor, I won't mention his name, in Yeovil. I couldn't understand what was happening to me. I'd had a angiogram they'd gone through into my heart. I'd been in a hospital and they'd taken some blood tests and I knew something was up when the doctor came out. And I said, about 3 hours, you know, he'd been laughing and joking. I'd been cracking jokes in the waiting room beforehand, and I blacked out and they'd propped me up in this wheelchair. And I said to the nurse, or the receptionist, I said, look, I gotta go, I can't wait for him any longer. I said, I'm feeling really ill, and I'd driven in, you know, and I said, I've got to drive myself home. Well, we can't let you go, she said, until you've seen the doctor. And I said, well, you know, in 3 hours I just can't do it. He came out, and this was December 2020. And he had a face, you know, I knew something was up. And he wouldn't tell me, and he said, well, we found something in the blood test. He said, now I know, I should have just said, tell me frickin' now. And he said, well, we need to, your doctor will tell you, your GP. And of course he never did. They just kept calling me in for blood tests every month and not saying anything. You wouldn't get the results. We now know, because I've got all my medical records down there in a bundle on the floor. They knew all the time, but they never told me. So I was doing the worst thing possible with this disease, trying to exercise my way back to health after, you know, always being an athlete and stuff. The worst thing you can do, because as you use the muscle, it doesn't replenish, it dies. So the more you use the muscle, the sooner you die, and in the more pain. You cannot imagine, because it's like, if you imagine having, you just want to scratch your entire body. It's just an itch, you know, because the nerves are dying. You just want to get, sometimes, you wouldn't do it, ever. where you just want to get a Stanley knife and you just want to hack, you know, just cut chunks out of yourself just to make the pain and the itching stop, because it's 24/7. In the last year I haven't slept longer than 90 minutes in one go, apart from the 2 comas. The pain or the itching wakes you up. You can't, there's no position you can get comfortable. Anyway, I went to this doctor. They were still doing these tests, and I transferred over this idiot neurologist. Yeah, misdiagnosed, and he said, there's a piece of paper down there, so I expect him to get better. This was the 21st of June 2021. Mild muscle loss in the left leg. I expected his condition to improve. The one thing you notice about your medical records, you don't learn until too late, is they're never specific. It's all most likely, seems to be, probably, you know, it's all loose-ended and stuff, you know, on the evidence presented, based on what the patient has told me, put it back on the patient. So that when they get it wrong, which they do 90% of the time, the wonderful Kate Middleton today, God bless her. Well, there is no God, but, you know, fate bless her. So, you know, and the same with Charles as well, really, you know, goes in for a prostate, oh, you got cancer. And you didn't notice that when you gave me my checkup, you know. Anyway. I've just been reminded, so I'm going off on a tangent here on this idiot doctor. I mean, what do they know? You put all your faith in them, but think about it. We're here in 2024. And what do? Doctors. They cut it out, they cut it off, or they give you medicine prescribed by invented by a scientist. All they are is butchers or paper workers. Nothing else. That's all they do. They just cut up meat. They fill out paperwork. Pass the buck on, you know. And that's what they were doing in 1136 as well, you know. Yea, and verily we shall cut it off, we shall cut it out, or we shall give thee a parchment to take to the apothecary, and thou shalt be given a poultice. And this doctor, and I said, look, I used to have grooves in my fingers. I said, look, all my fingerprints are going off. I didn't know at the time this was a symptom of it. I said, no fingerprints. Nothing. Nonsense, he said. No, you're fine, nothing. He said, the reason your fingers are like that, he said, you're not playing the guitar anymore. Well, you know, he was an idiot. I played a concert the night before. They just make it up. They just make it up to fit what they want to say. Just garbage, absolute garbage, you know. I had a doctor here a month ago, because the NHS struck me off when they found out they'd misdiagnosed me. Did anyone in England see the press 2 days ago? And it's come to light from the whistleblowers, 1,700 of them, sacked, 1,700 NHS whistleblowers, sacked, moved out of the positions, and I was on the BBC. And 3 doctors, Lucy Letby, the hideous hellhound Lucy Letby, when concerns were raised about her to the people at the hospital, and only a couple of the baby, I don't want to say only, what a terrible word, but only in, I'm using only in the sense of how many finally died. Only, if only, you know, it's not that. And 3, I can't remember if it was 3 doctors or 2 doctors and a nurse, were forced by the hospital to write letters of apology to Lucy Letby for making allegations about her, so that she could carry on killing and attempting to murder. Do you imagine that? I mean, where's the confidentiality? That really encourages people to come forward and blow the whistle, doesn't it? And say, I've seen this. Oh, did you hear about the doctor? Yeah, well, he raised some concerns about Lucy Letby, and they forced him to write a letter of apology. They forced her to write a letter of apology to that for making allegations. So anyway, Dr. saying, Annie, what brought that to mind was I was doing my very best to hang on to the plectrum because I've got no finger. You know, your fingers go, all your skin goes like wax, you know, what comes off of it. And I normally have to, this is very boring, the point of this anecdote I'm going on about is very boring, you know. So, for the last couple of months I've had to sellotape the plectrum onto my thumb. And the point I'm making here was as I was playing that last song there, the willpower and the strength and the fortitude just to hold on to a plectrum to keep playing, because it's sliding out and there's nothing you can do to stop it, you know. So what you couldn't see, well maybe you can, but as I was playing through, the tapping you heard was me trying to, going down, tap the plectrum, bang. My diaphragm's seizing up again now. Where does the sun go to at night? I need to know. If that's all right. Way off pitch. This beautiful lady here wrote the words to that song there. And I find it quite, oof, that's all I can do with that. Even the acoustic guitar, the hold of that. You have seconds of muscle, you know. I used to bench press 55 kilos. 2 times a day, 2 blocks of exercise a day. Now I can't even hold a cup to my mouth one-handed. I've been Paul Murphy. These songs have been. Tomorrow I'll leave the past behind. And words by Emily Murphy. The great Dylan Murphy there, who is always in my heart when I think about it. Sun, you know. Where's the sun go to at night?